Hi, I'm Rosie Bell with IMN, and I'm joined by Mike Popodak, CEO and co-founder of iVueit, alongside James Hudson, Business Development Representative. How are you both?
Doing
Doing
good.
well. How are you?
Good, thank you. All right, so to start us off, what can you tell us about iVueit and the services the company offers to SFR owners and property managers?
Yeah, so I view it as an on-demand network, right, of gig workers ready to take photos and inspection services for the SFR network. We can talk about where we were born maybe a little bit later, but it's a niche that we're finding to be able to get back information to property owners extremely fast, extremely affordable, and really expand their boots on the ground at a time where it's a little bit harder to manage the resources that they have.
Okay, so do you only work in SFR, or are there other verticals that you're operating in?
Yeah, lots of other verticals. We actually were born in the facilities management industry, so we work really with a lot of large retailers out there, contractors that service those properties, and we do all kinds of different categories for them, whether it's landscape, interior, exterior, janitorial, and then we got into working with municipalities. We got into working with insurance companies and in the default space, and SFR was just something that seemed like a really good fit for what we do and their need for, again, really quick turn time photos to understand what's going on their properties. Sometimes before they buy them, when they're turning them, and then all the different things that are impacting the industry today. But yeah, we operate in a lot of different verticals, but have found a real good use case here in SFR.
Okay, so then what would you say is your coverage area?
It's nationwide, right? So anywhere, I talked about working in the facilities management world. So we're on, we've touched every dollar store in the country. We've been on every United States postal office in the country, which is every zip code. So our reach is vast, and including Canada and Puerto Rico.
So what do you think differentiates you from other inspection companies?
So I think our speed and our network, just our overall platform, as well as the customer service that we're able to provide, and with the expertise that we've developed in the facility management industry, we're able to translate that over to the SFR space, just with all the similarities in scattered site and different portfolios.
Yeah, and we really brought in a team specifically to focus on these different verticals, and that's where Jimmy came from the SFR world, and we have a whole team dedicated to kind of this space.
Okay, so one of the challenges faced is getting to a large number of properties across the country, fast enough. So how are you able to address that?
Yeah, I mean, that's what really makes iVueit different, right? So we have 300,000 what we call viewers who are on demand, right? So sometimes we get compared to the Uber of site inspections, and we do it in a way that we truncate the volume. We don't want to drop 500 sites in Houston and have 10 people pick it up and do it over the course of a week. We want 50 to 100 people pick it up, do 5 inspections, and we handle it on the QC on the back end, and that model plays across the whole country. Right, so it's really this the on-demand workforce is really, it's an open market, and then we kind of control that, and again, that's how our turn times are so fast and how we cover the ground that we do.
Okay, so that's one need you're able to cover. Are there any other major needs that you would say you've been able to address for SFR owner, property managers and owner operators?
I think on the flip side of that is limited resources. They don't have the ability to visit all these sites that quickly, and we do have that ability. So just a way to supplement their capacity, be an extension of their company through our network, and then just being able to provide quicker on their side of things, quicker turnaround times, a greater ROI. But more than anything, the speed and efficiency that we're able to provide as an extension of their company.
And we'll find different projects as we work with different companies, and then we get introduced to other parts of the organization that may say, oh, I didn't know you had that ability. I could use that over here. I could use that in construction, or hey, we have this squatting problem that is going on across the market, and iVueit can help with that. So as we start to work with customers, they start to find needs along the way that maybe they didn't really think about when we first came on board.
Wow, I mean, clearly a key market player. So we're at IMN's SFR forum today. So what do you think for you is the value of attending? Who have you met so far, and why have you come this year?
Gotcha.
So I think brand recognition. We are newer in the space. We've been doing it for probably about a year now. So just getting our brand out there, our name out there, and we've met a lot of industry leaders, had a lot of great conversations, and just taking this and learning a lot, listening to what they're saying, and applying our network and our services to hopefully solve some of the issues that they are having.
Yeah, and I think coming from other industries, when we spoke on the tech hot seat and bringing this disruption that's working elsewhere here, we want to add value and say, hey, there's a different way to go about site inspections, and then there are some companies that like us work in that FM world that also work over here. So kind of bringing that together, meeting with them, and talking to different leaders in those organizations here, but understand the pain points that are happening elsewhere too. So.
Okay, so iVueit might be considered a newer name in the space. Why might someone not have heard of you up until recently?
So, we spent the last 8 years becoming an industry leader on the facility management side of things, and I think with being a new player in a space, that might be why we aren't super well known yet. But we expect to do the same thing that was done on facility management. We have proof of concept, and now it's just applying it to the SFR industry.
And they'll start to see us on social, and we have a very aggressive marketing campaign, so they'll start to hear a lot more about iVueit soon.
Absolutely. Well, thank you both so much for joining us today, and wishing you a successful remaining conference. Thank you.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.